What up, guys? My name is Casey Printers. I am the creator of the Drama Action Network. And today what we're going to talk about, this is part 2 of our series on how to become an actor. And today what we're going to talk about and touch on are some of the things that you need to do when you first get to a city that is out, that's a hub for acting. What are the things that you need to take care of? What are the things that you want to do first, second, third, so that you can hit the ground and actually get your feet under yourself so that you can establish yourself as this actor that you're going to be. So without further ado, I'm going to get these actors on. They're going to be telling you about their stories and some of the things that they've done, and you will be able to get some great information. So I'll talk to you guys a little later. We'll see you soon.
So here's my process. So this is really a loaded question because I'm really passionate about how to. I wrote a book called From High School to the Pros, teaching young athletes how to go step by step to get to the pro level. So I'm really big on step by step. And if anybody is listening to this that's from all over the world and you want to move to LA or New York and you want to really act, I'm big on ABC. So this is good for you. Okay, so first thing is first. You got to understand, first of all, who you are. How do you fit in the entertainment industry? I work with an acting coach, and she's an audition technique coach. Her name is Amy Linden. She is big on knowing who you are in the grand scheme of this entertainment industry. Because if you come out here and you don't know who you are, that's how you'll get cast. People will just cast you in any kind of role. And, it's unreal how people they don't know who they are. And so I looked at myself as a leading man. I'm a leading man. I've always been a leading man since I was 9. I've been in teams where I'm, helping teams win championships and all this stuff. And so in my mind, I'm thinking I'm a lead. And so if I'm going to be a lead, everything that I do has to show leading man material. For instance, my headshots have to look like a leading man. Strong, in control, authoritative cop, detective, like a strong man that could be the guy that comes and rescues the day, kind of a thing. So if you don't know who you are, then how can you show people that's in this town who you are? For instance, if you are thinking that you are a leading woman and you have a very strong voice, almost like a commentator type of voice, and you have a good look, strong voice, and you're a leading woman, well, your marketing, everything that you are doing to get noticed by people in this town needs to show that you are a strong leading woman. So the first thing is figure out how you fit. That's number 1 before you come out here. Number 2, find work. Because when you come out here, everybody think, I'm the next best thing since sliced bread, and it just doesn't work that way. It took me almost 20 years to be a professional football player. From amateurs through middle school to high school to college, and finally you become a pro. So that I'm looking at that process of how the entertainment industry as far as being an actor works. So it's going to take you time. If it's going to take you time, you need to be able to supplement how you live. Cell phone need to be paid. You need to eat, you need to drink, you need to be able to buy headshots, go to class. There's so many different things that you need to do, and you need money to do that. So that's number 2, find work. So know who you are, find work. Number 3 is to start to get enrolled in class, find a great acting coach, acting teacher who can teach you how to act. When I first got to LA, again, I did not know a thing about acting. I just thought you grab the papers and they give them to you, the script. You take the script and you just kind of put on your acting voice and you just read the lines. So they gave you a script, All right, so I'm going to the store. and you got this acting voice, and you've got this whole persona that you put on, that you're trying to act like someone. You're trying to act like Denzel or Will Smith. You're trying to act like Meryl Streep. You're trying to act like some actor that you've seen, and that's not what acting is about. So the process, number one, know who you are. Are you a supporting actor? Are you going to be a great supporting actor? Are you going to be a character actor? Are you going to be a lead role? Do you want to do background? Because I know a lot of people in Los Angeles that just only do background work. They do it 5 days a week and they make a great living doing it. You need to figure out who you are. Number two, find work. Number three, you need to get enrolled in class. 4, you need to take headshots. Okay? 5, you need to find student films, people who are putting on productions. You can get out here and you need to network. Find yourself a production to get on. Because the best experience that you're going to get is to be on set. You will learn all the ropes. You will learn what directors are saying. You will learn the little small nuances of being in front of the camera, being behind the camera. You will learn how to produce and how they do it on a large level. So those are 5 basic steps like you can do just to get going.
Make sure you have everything ready. Don't come out here without all your ducks in a row. And that means start taking class. Wherever you are, start taking class. Whether you're in Ohio, whether you're in Iowa, whether you're in New York, start in class. Get a foundation. You need that foundation of learning and understanding what it is. From there, start doing different things, different projects, whatever you can get involved in. When you come to LA, though, be ready for a long grind. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes years to build acting careers. You need to have a reel, and if you don't have a reel, you need to get a reel. They have companies that you can pay for, and they film scenes, they write scenes for you. They do a great job, have great headshots for you. Find a job. That's the most important thing. Make sure you have a job, something to sustain you while you're able to go through the process of acting, of an acting career, building an acting career. You need to pay for class, you need to pay for rent, you need to pay for food, you need to pay for your car payment, you need to pay for your electric, you need all those things. So how are you going to do it? You're going to just act? Hell, you'll be on the street in 4 days. You'll never be able to sustain yourself, ever. Dustin Hoffman said that the way to a successful acting career is to have a good job. At the time, when I heard that, I didn't believe it. I just kind of went in one ear and out the other. But it is true. It's true. I mean, the only way that you can have a successful acting career and be able to pay for those things without relying on somebody else is if you're working. And if you're working and then doing the work on top of learning and understanding the work of an actor, it takes, like I said, it takes years. I only recently, over the last few years, started to really understand and get a grasp of what you're doing in different scenes and what your objectives are and how they can change in the middle of a scene. You need to know that stuff. That's very important because you can't just say lines. You can't just hear this bullshit saying, oh, just throw it away. I mean, I've been on a set with directors that say, oh, yeah, just throw it away. Throw it away? Really? If I told my mother, hey, I'm going to go get some milk, is that a throwaway line? Is it? No. I got to go get some milk. That's what I have to do. So how is that a throwaway line? It means something. So every line that you say has a meaning.
My best advice, and this is not, 100% because we're all still figuring things out. I would say, depending on how much training the actors had, if they haven't had any, obviously you do need to get some training. In my opinion, I respect the craft. Like I said, some people don't think you need to. I respect the craft. I really feel like you need to put the work in. But if you've already done training and you're coming just to kind of pursue things, then the first thing is get yourself settled, get a job if you need to, take care of your bills, find a comfortable living situation. It is costly living, so maybe find a situation where you can share a space and save money so you're not as stressed out. Because number one thing, if you're working a job just to pay your bills, I've done that. You're not going to have time. You're not going to have the energy to pursue as much, And so I've realized I should have cut the cost of living down a little, live within my means a little more. It would have helped things. But obviously, if you have a headshot that you are able to use, a current headshot, then you don't need to spend money on that. But if you don't, first thing you need is a headshot. We do need that. That's our calling card. In LA, I would probably say there's definitely the self-submission sites if you're just a go-getter from the beginning and you want to go for it. LA Casting or Actors Access. If you don't have a lot of money, pick one. Actors Access is a little cheaper actually, but they both have legit casting calls, and that's the problem. You just have to look out for the people who are trying to make money off of artists. It's all because yes, we have to invest in our careers, but we can only invest so much monetarily and continue to live and really pursue our dreams. So there's got to be a fine balance, because I am a trusting person and I believe that my money was taken fast from me. So just first of all, be careful. Do your homework, ask other actors, like maybe look for local groups. Facebook's actually great to find like groups, Facebook groups for acting, or even like meetups. That way you can start to kind of meet other people that are the same as you. And I feel like if you find a group that you click well with, a few things can happen. Not only can you really bring each other up, talk about auditions, maybe practice together, things like that, go to classes together. Eventually, once you're really into it, in the thick of it, as you're going on auditions and trying to get an agent and things like that, create your own content. That is the world we live in now, and it's amazing to say that. I'm trying to do more of that, and that's why, it's not easy on your own, especially because I don't know how to run a camera and do lighting and this and that, and that's why you want to meet those people that are also hungry and all want to come up together. There's plenty of examples, if you look out there, of groups of friends and people that have done that together, And I would say that's probably the best way. It's just like The Spy. If I wasn't called by Casey Printers, I wouldn't be involved in the project. I was so excited that I was thought of and I was considered, and I was totally gung-ho, and it's all about creating something amazing that we can showcase ourselves and our passions and what we love, and taking our careers in our own hands. Because with your own content, you can do whatever you want with it. That can be your calling card, because you need a demo reel, and if you go to pay for a demo reel, they can charge you a pretty penny. So if you can find people just like you that are willing to put that work in and make something like that happen, that's going to save a lot of time and really a lot of heartache, because you can have those people to bounce ideas and questions off of if you do need help.
I would say get to know yourself first. Make sure this is something that you really, really, really want to do, because it's not all lights and shiny and red carpets and hair and makeup. It's a lot of heartache, and it's a lot of sorrow, and it's a lot of rejection. And if you can't deal with that, if you know you don't have the strength for that, I wouldn't advise getting into this business. It's a trip.
Okay guys, there you have it. So you got to get right into the nitty-gritty of exactly what some of our actors have done to establish themselves in this town. It takes a little bit to get going, but once you can establish yourself, now you can move forward with a clear mindset and a clear path on exactly what it is that you want to accomplish. We're going to be coming at you with part 3 here soon, so stay tuned guys, because we're going to be giving you a lot more information on exactly what it is that you need to do in order to navigate this road that we call acting. Because it is a difficult role at times. It's a difficult role to maneuver, but you can do it, and you can do it with the help of other people. So without further ado guys, we're going to talk to you soon. Take care, and thanks for checking in.